Hello everyone. Today we are going to read about the chapter metals and non-metals, and in this part we are going to read physical properties of metals and non-metals and chemical properties of metals and non-metals. So we are surrounded by different substances, each of them having particular properties. Some materials are hard and dense while others are brittle and break easily. Some objects conduct heat and electricity very well, while others are useful as liquids or gases. So there are about 110 elements known till date, out of which most of the elements are metals, non-metals, metalloids, and noble gases. Okay, so let us study about the properties of metals and non-metals. First one is physical properties. So the properties of matter which can be observed or measured without the change in composition are called physical properties. For example, physical properties like state, color, luster, hardness, density, melting and boiling point, etc. are the physical properties. Okay. So some of the physical properties have been discussed here. First one is metals are solids. Okay, most of the metals are solids except mercury. Next is non-metals are generally solids, liquids or gases. Metals are usually hard except sodium and potassium, which are soft. Non-metals which are solids are brittle. Brittle means we can break it, like if we hammer it then they will break into pieces. Okay, they are not so hard, they are soft. Next, metals have metallic luster. Luster means the shiny appearance that the metals possess. Non-metals do not have any kind of luster except iodine. Next, metals have high melting points and boiling points. What are melting and boiling points? Melting points is a fixed temperature at which a substance melts, a solid melts, and boiling point is the temperature, fixed temperature at which a liquid starts boiling. So metals have high melting point and boiling points, whereas non-metals do not have high melting and boiling point. Okay. Next is metals are malleable. So what is malleable? Malleability is the property by virtue of which metals can be converted into sheets by hammering. Okay, which the non-metals do not have, or the non-metals are generally non-malleable. Next is ductile. Ductile means we can draw out thin wires out of metals, that is known as ductility property. So metals are ductile, non-metals are not ductile. Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Non-metals are bad conductors of heat and electricity except graphite. Okay, and one more is there, carbon fiber. Now it is invented. Next is metals. Metals are sonorous, that means they produce a ringing sound whenever get struck with any by any hard substance, whereas non-metals are not sonorous. Next is chemical properties. So chemical properties of a matter are based on its ability to participate in chemical reaction and to form new substances. Okay, so let's learn some chemical properties of metals and non-metals. First one is reaction with oxygen. So whenever metals react with oxygen, it produces metal oxides which are basic in nature. Okay, that means it can turn red litmus into blue. Okay, for example, magnesium plus oxygen gives magnesium oxide. Okay, likewise, when non-metals react with oxygen, they produce the oxides which are either neutral or acidic in nature. Okay, like carbon plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide. Okay, next is reaction with water. Metals react with water to form hydroxide, which are basic in nature, and also they liberate hydrogen gas. For example, sodium, when it reacts with water, it produces sodium hydroxide, and it also releases hydrogen gas, whereas non-metals do not react with water. Exception is there, phosphorus, which is very reactive non-metal, and it can cause any violent reactions. Next is reaction with acids. So metals react with acids to form salts and liberate hydrogen gas. Okay, for example, when sodium react with dilute hydrochloric acid, it gives sodium chloride and also releases hydrogen gas. Okay, whereas non-metals do not react with dilute acid, but sulfur reacts with hot concentrated nitric acid to produce sulfur dioxide. It also produces nitrogen dioxide and water. Okay, so this is all about this part. In the next part of this chapter, we are going to read about displacement reaction, noble metals and alloy. Okay, thank you.